Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to another live stream. Today we have something a bit different, and it's a bit of an experiment just to see how this goes, kind of on my end more than anything, with Pokemon LeafGreen. So we'll load that up right now. And you might be wondering, why not just jump right into Red Dead Redemption 2? We've completed Red Dead 1. It was great. It was emotional. The slacks turned into shorts. You know, it was just fantastic stuff. Well, I don't want to burn out on that Rockstar format, because they have a very, similar way between all their games of doing things. And so I just wanted to take a little break in between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. And I figured, why not play something very comfy and cozy, something I've been thinking about playing anyway on my own time, with Pokemon LeafGreen. Now for this, I'll be starting a new game. I do already have a save file, but I was just kind of testing some things out. I don't know how overboard I'm going to go with getting the right natures for Pokemon and stuff like that. But anyway, I should point out the reason why I'm playing LeafGreen instead of Fire Red is for no real reason at all. It's really arbitrary which version you end up playing, because the only difference between the two games are exclusives in terms of some Pokemon that you can catch in one game, but not in the other game. So alright, we'll go ahead and answer old Professor Oak here. We are a boy, and we'll give him our real name. No funny names here. It pains me to do this, but I'm actually going to use all caps to be consistent with the game. If this were like my own personal save file that I would want to catch them all in, then I would actually use lowercase letters. So that way it's consistent with later games when I transfer Pokemon forward. But I don't really want to make this into like a super serious, crazy thing. Anyway, yeah, that's our name, Eric. We'll move forward from there. Now for a rival, I think the easy option would be to name him Al, but, I don't know. I kind of want to go a step above, and I want to name my rival here to a good pal, Toto. Because I feel like, on a personal level, he would even be a rival with, certain aspects of the game and our knowledge of the game and stuff of Pokemon. Actually, maybe Pez would have been a better rival these days, because Pez is really up my ass with certain things. So I don't know, it's whatever. Before going downstairs, let's actually get the potion in the PC here. And my other save file has the classic frame. You see, it's like this very old-looking text box, I guess, in the top left. Which I wish was used for other text boxes. It's only used for half the text boxes in the game. So we have options here. We have fast text speed, which is great. Yeah, we'll play the animations. Shift or set, I'll just go with shift because I'm a little bit of a casual, to be honest. Sound, yeah, that's fine. And then we'll actually use this frame, the green frame, because we're playing LeafGreen. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we'll head downstairs. Like with a lot of Pokemon games around this time, you start out in your opening town, you meet your rival, you speak with the professor, all that type of stuff, so nothing too crazy going on here. Actually, let me see here. Yeah, very nice of this person to move out of the way. There's lots of signs everywhere that tell you very basic things about the game, which I actually like how they really play into having a proper introduction and tutorial to a lot of things. Oh, what is this? Only Eric Gramps isn't around. Okay, so Professor Oak isn't in here. Professor Oak also has aides, which are these guys with glasses, so we'll see them periodically throughout our journey. But in the meantime, yeah, Professor Oak isn't in there, so we can't quite get our first Pokemon yet. So we actually have to go up north. And there's Professor Oak. Alright, so thankfully he was spying on us like some pervert. I smell a future to catch a predator's sting in Oak's future. But anyway, now with Oak back, of course, our rival there, we can get our starter Pokemon. Or partner Pokemon if you're the Pokemon company and you like using official verbiage. Yeah, interesting. Sorry about this. I have to clear my throat. Oh my gosh. It's that morning voice, you know? It's like I was... Yeah, see, that's what I get for making fun of Professor Oak. There's 3 options here. There's Bulbasaur. It's very easy to raise, apparently. Which I think it is. It has some great moves like Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, and then Grass-type moves like Giga Drain and Solar Beam. You can teach it through TM. And I actually learned Solar Beam, I think at like level 63 or something. So we'll pass just for now, because I want to see what else he says. Squirtle, it's one worth raising, which is true. Squirtle turns into Blastoise, which is a water type that can learn some pretty nice moves, like obviously Surf and Waterfall and Ice Beam. It actually learns Bite too, which is pretty handy for Misty. But we'll pass on that. And then Charmander, you should raise it patiently, which is actually really good advice, because Charmander's a fire type that gets destroyed by the early game. Because the first 2 gym leaders are Brock and Misty, so they just, you know, completely destroy, for lack of a better word, because I keep using that word, Charmander. So yes, it kind of pays off. I don't know, Charmander's not the most useful, but it might be the most awesome looking one, despite the overexposure to Charmander these days. I'm actually going to save my game, because if we get a really crappy nature, which natures do not matter at all during main game playthroughs, but if we get a bad nature, I would like to reset. Let's see here. Yes, I would want to save over the other save file. That's fine. So Bulbasaur is the Pokemon I'm going to go with, because I really don't use Bulbasaur all that much in playthroughs. Normally I will use Charmander, and I'm good with a nickname. Don't really need that for now. Maybe later. But Toto, he's going with Charmander. Which is fair enough. Am I able to actually just check the... Yeah, I can. Perfect. Alright, so it's Calm Nature. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Calm Nature. Hell yeah. So that is minus attack plus special defense. Ooh. Starting off pretty strong here. Because Venusaur, I believe, has 100 base special attack and special defense once it's fully evolved. And so, I mean, that's fantastic. Plus, we're using it very defensively, because I would like to use that Sleep Powder and Leech Seed strat. And look at that ID number, too. I love that. It ends in 0s. 0s and 5s. That's what I mean, that's what gets the slacks flowing there. Seeing numbers that end like that. Alright, so I'm loving this. Fantastic. We'll roll with this Bulbasaur. Ooh, welcome DL. Sorry again for clearing my throat. I'm just so excited to see you there, DL. Hope you're doing well. And yes, this is not Legends Arceus. This is well, I shouldn't be mean about Legends Arceus, but yeah, this is a pretty good game here. As we're fighting Toto now, and his Charmander. But yeah, man, I hope you're doing well, DL. Alright, so we have some interjecting by old Professor Oak. And so again, I like this, even though obviously I know about these basic mechanics pretty well. Where, you know, if you're a new player, those types of things that Oak is talking about right now is very handy. And in fact, he also has some dialogue that plays when you open up your Pokemon list screen. So it says here, it's important to get to know your Pokemon thoroughly. Interesting. Oh, that's good to hear, DL. Very good. I guess for context with the throat clearing and all that, I did wake up probably a half hour ago, like fully. So I still feel a little groggy-ish. Now, interestingly, this Charmander's about to kick my ass, so we might have to use a potion here. Oh, wow, we just got critted. So it's alright, I don't think that there's any downside to losing this fight, outside of losing some money. And yes, Toto is very great, or what? Yes. If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon grow, but if you lose, you end up paying prize money. However, since you had no warning this time, I'll pay it for you. Oh man, that is awesome. Fantastic. As we were critted. Well, maybe that's not a good sign there. Why is Toto there? Well, Toto is my rival. That's why I'm... At least for this playthrough. Alright. I guess to explain further, I mean, I really don't think anyone's going to watch this, but... yeah, Toto is a friend of ours. He used to speedrun quite a bit, but now he's off doing his own thing, and I wish him all the best in life, whatever he's doing. Saw recently he was doing marathons and stuff, you know, preparing, training for that type of stuff. It's really awesome. But he is our rival here. He is in the game as an NPC, exactly. Although in real life he is far from an NPC. So I think with us getting destroyed by that Charmander back there, because I was expecting to at least tank one more shot, one more scratch, and then use my potion. And hey, there's our critical hit. But obviously that didn't work out because of getting critical hitted. Now, something nice is that if you speak to some NPCs, they end up giving you items. And I don't remember all the NPCs that give you things in this game, but we'll talk to quite a few different people as I pass by someone who I could have spoken to. Alright, there's really no need to fight all of these Pokemon, but I will anyway, just to be on the safe side. And that Reshlappa up there, the Rattata, is actually outspeeding me. So maybe I should fight this thing. Although those Tail Whips, they're lowering my defense stats. And that's going to help out Rattata's tackle attacks, so... Oh my gosh. It's 3 in a row now. So if it ends up tackling me or whatever, 4 in a row now. Good lord. It's gonna do some damage to me. Alright, and we ended up getting another crit. Okay. The tide is turning here. So we get 32 XP. And so you can see kind of the impact of the nature already, where our attack went up by +0 and our special defense went up by +2. And even our special attack went up by +2, so hopefully that means we had a good special attack stat. I don't really know what the good values are when you're first starting out with any of the Pokemon, really. But here in Viridian City, you'll like this DL. You know, this is a lovely town that we're in. Has a Pokemon gym and, you know, Pokemart to buy stuff. Pokemon Center to heal our Pokemon. It also has this old man laying in the ground, laying on the ground. See this here? They even gave him a little special sprite. I don't know what the hell's up with him. Let's see. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. I'm so sorry. He hasn't had his coffee yet. So if we try either speaking to him or moving past him, he forbids us from going through here. This is private property. So apparently he just owns the road. Yeah, exactly. That's you, right? You know, after... Wow, I don't want to get specific about things. But yeah, so that's a roadblock in this game, so we can't go forward. Instead, what we'll do is we'll heal up, because the wild Pokemon we encountered put a little hurt on us. I think we were down to like 14 hit point, probably 15 or 16. Or maybe it was 18, you know, to keep in line with the Professor Oak stuff. So we didn't have our full hit point, so it was good to heal up there. And anyway, what we needed to do here was head to the Pokemart, and get Oak's parcel. We're getting Oak's package to take back to him. So we'll go ahead and do that, because there isn't really much else to do. There is a little small area to the west of here, but I will ignore that for now. And we can skip past this grass, but I actually want to go through the grass just to see if we get any more encounters. Ooh, big Gaz, hell yeah. It's good to see you, Gaz. Yes, playing some Pokemon. Just because I don't want to jump into Red Dead 2 and feel burnt out, because we have been playing a lot of Rockstar games, and they all are pretty much the same in the way that they're built, you know, like the structure of those games. So I just wanted to take a break before jumping into Red Dead 2, which will be a lot of fun. And I had talked about LeafGreen a little bit in previous streams and stuff, and of course Pez has been playing LeafGreen. Oh, which by the way, this is Toto's house. Just wanted to show you that, Gaz. I've named my rival Toto. But I've not named my starter, though. There is a name rater later on in the game that will let you change your Pokemon's name. It's actually on my practice save file, just to test out settings and stuff. I named my Bulbasaur DL. But I didn't want to necessarily do that now. And actually, yeah, Ty would have been a pretty good name instead of Toto. Because why pick on Toto here? We could have named him Ty. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Yeah, that was like Ty in the Gaius the Raptor debate. Anyway, we've delivered the package, so now Oak has a little objective for us to complete the Pokédex. So that's always a side thing you can do. You don't necessarily have to complete the Pokédex. But we'll make a bit of progress, I think. So we also get five Pokeballs. Yeah, total W. I found Goomkum's chair. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. I'm curious what you mean by that, Dio. If you use or catch a Snorlax, name it Big Gat. Oh, yes. Yes. Because actually there's 2 Snorlax in this game, I think. So yeah, we can catch them and name them after you. He sent me a pic. Ooh. Do I dare open it up while I'm streaming? Or will, you know, my slacks hit the microphone afterward? Also, I love that Toto there is saying that we aren't necessary for the completion of the Pokédex. And also, he's claiming that he's going to tell his sister to not give us a town map, because this is an optional thing. We'll go to Toto's house first, and we'll speak to his sister, where she'll give us a map, which is very nice when you're first starting out. Honestly, it's been a while since I played through a Kanto game, so I might need that town map. But you can completely pass by that, to my knowledge. Then we'll go back to our house. No, not on stream. Okay. Then I won't do it on stream then. Alright. And yeah, we'll go into our house because our mom will heal us, give us a place to rest, obviously. So that's really nice. But alright, I think that pretty much completes everything in Pallet Town. I was going to say Kanto. Not quite. Still have a lot of game left. But alright. And like I said earlier, we will fight the wild Pokemon, because I need the experience. After what Toto's Charmander did to us. We can't let that happen again. And actually, since we actually have Pokeballs now, we could catch these things. We could catch this Pidgey if we wanted to. And I think I want to. Just to complete the dex. In this game, you get real shinies. Yes, yeah, because the odds here are 1 in 8,000 something. I think it's 8,140? I don't know, it's some crazy large number. And no nickname there. Yeah, we're good. I'm curious, though, about this Pidgey. Let's see here. Oh, a rash nature. I think that's plus special attack minus like defense or something, which is not great for a Pidgey. But that could be like one of those natures. I don't think it is though, where it's like plus speed minus defense. I think that's like mild or something maybe. I don't know. We could also catch this Rattata as well, since we're going to need to do that. I guess this is different than the modern games, where in the modern games, when you catch things, you get experience. Yeah, not so much here, though. I think maybe one more tackle would be fine. Yeah. 1 in 8,192, yes. Damn. That's pretty... those are some pretty crazy odds. You know, if I do find a shiny, I should name it Gaz, though. Because I know you love your shinies. Alright, no nickname there. And like I said, I won't go too overboard with like getting the right nature and stuff of things, because if this were my personal playthrough... Oh, Impish, this is a plus defense, minus special attack, I think. But, yeah, we got lucky with the Bulbasaur, actually, with the right nature, more decent nature for it. Alright, now this Rattata we can just knock out. But like I was saying, if this were my own personal save file, then yeah, I'd be going for the right natures and stuff, or not necessarily the right ones, but ones that would benefit what I would want to use that Pokemon for. So like Adamant would be pretty good for Rattata. Or even Jolly, because you know, I'm addicted to that need for speed, in the words of Ty, right? But I believe those are the only two Pokemon you can capture in that route. So we'll head west, because there are Mankey in the western routes to this town. But I realized something, I should probably get some more Pokeballs before capturing too many things, because I will definitely run out. Especially if things start breaking out of their balls. Yes. Now, unfortunately, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you don't get the Premier Ball for purchasing 10 Pokeballs at a time. But we'll still do that anyway, because we'll definitely go through 10 of these. But as you can see, no Premier Ball bonus. Because actually, I love catching shinies and Premier Balls. And actually, well, I was going to check the, whoa, controller's a bit weird there. You know, this is crazy, because I'm playing this, I'm using my actual Leaf Green cartridge. I'm playing it on the Analog Pocket that is currently docked to my television, like it has its own docking station. And hey, there's the Mankey. And so I'm actually able to use my Switch Pro controller that is connected to the Analog Pocket dock to play this game. And hey, that's a pretty nice crit. Now, something that happened actually is that there was a previous save file from the original owner of this Leaf Green cartridge. And that save file got deleted when I was messing around with the Analog Pocket settings. So, I'm a little nervous here that our save file might get deleted or corrupted at some point. I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. So if I randomly stop playing this game, that's probably why. Okay. So this Mankey is gentle, which is like plus special defense, minus defense, or something weird like that. Now, we can go past this group of bushes. Oh, there's Spearow here too. Oh, hell yeah. I think it actually knows Peck, so we're gonna have to be a little careful here. Yeah. Damn, 6 damage. Okay. At least we have other Pokemon now that we can switch in. I think we'll use Bulbasaur's Tackle one more time, and then switch. Well, actually, that works too. I could just use Growl. Was there anything good on that save file? Yes, before it corrupted, that person had tons of Pokemon. Like, you could tell they were trying to go for like a complete national dex, like kind of how like you do with the shinies. Hey, you try to get like one of every line of Pokemon. It's like that's what that person was doing. Because they had, I remember distinctly, they had a Larvitar, a Pupitar, and a Tyranitar. Because they must have traded it over from another game. Because I don't know if you can get the Larvitar in the post-game here. Oh, and of course I need to check this. I mean, I know I don't need to, but I would like to. Relaxed, which is minus speed plus special defense, I want to say. Yeah, it is kind of sad. Would have at least liked to have examined it a little bit, right? But yeah, I think they even had a shiny on there. Cause that, you know, it's like now that I'm thinking about it, I think they had like a shiny Rattata or something common. I don't think it was anything too crazy. Speaking of crazy, we'll continue just grinding out a little bit. See what we end up running into. Of course, whenever you want to run into something, that's when you don't find anything. That's when the game's like, nope, you basically have a repel on. And you might be wondering, well, why the hell am I doing this? Like, you know, couldn't I just move forward past these bushes? Well, there's actually a rival battle on the other side of this grass. So I'd like to be a little prepared for that. Because currently I'm not. I'm only level 6. And it's like, even this Rattata's like doing pretty decent damage to me. Yeah, it's doing 5 damage per tackle. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just seems like, well, I guess with the cost or the amount of money you can sell these older Pokemon games for, I think that's probably just what they wanted. Like, they were like, oh, I have this. I can get rid of this this game I don't really play too much anymore. So I think that's really all that was for the most part. Yeah, there's no XP share in this game. And it's like, I want to use a Magikarp, actually. We'll get to the point where we can use Magikarp. And, that's gonna be such a pain in the ass to train up. Because it only knows Splash, which is what it's kind of infamous for. Just splashing around the place, doing nothing. Yeah, we should have used Leech Seed, just to kind of heal up a little bit. Ah, of course, it got crit. Shenanigans, I say. Yeah, we'll use the next Pokemon. Well, I guess there's really no reason for me to use the next Pokemon. I just want to run away at this point. Because I don't want to train up any of these other Mons. There we go. But yeah, no XP share, no experience from catching things. It's just, yeah, it's a bit more of a grind back in these days. But like I was saying with the Magikarp, like it only knows Splash until level 15 when it learns Tackle. But it's so weak that Tackle doesn't even do anything, you know? Like it'll do 1 damage to most things. So you pretty much just have to switch train it. Which by doing that, you're rewarded with a very awesome Gyarados. And in fact, I'm going to actually stick to down here. Because I don't want to run into Spearow. And we'll trade up a few levels, take out some more Mons. It's very peaceful, very cozy. Oh wow, the Alpha Magikarp and ZA can no Hydro Pump. Very nice. Oh, level 5 Pidgey, oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, Gyarados is pretty awesome. Fantastic physical attacker. It has a special attack stat of 60 though, so using Water Moves on it really isn't the best idea. But it's a beast. It can learn lots of HMs, which is mostly what I want to use it for, surprisingly enough. I almost want to catch this Pidgey, to be honest. Yeah, look at this thing. It's actually putting up a pretty decent fight against my Bulbasaur here. Constantly throwing sand at my face. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I think one more level should be fine, and then we'll move on. Yeah, exactly. The OG Route 1 burb. Yes. Trying to think, like, what my favorite Route 1 bird would be. Because Pidgey's a classic. I know Starly's pretty awesome. Fletchling is neat. But, yeah, I mean, they're all pretty good except for Pidove and Unpheasant. I think most people don't like Unpheasant. Yeah, but Starly's pretty cool. God, I remember using Starly for the first time in Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum. I think really just in Pearl and Diamond. That would be considered the first time. It was insane because when you evolve into Staraptor, it learns Close Combat, which is this super powerful fighting type move. It does have the downside of lowering your defenses, but when you're knocking things out in one hit anyway, it's like it doesn't even matter, you know? Oh, I see though, Gaz. Yeah, Pidove for the first Pokemon, like the first stage, and then Talonflame for the final evolution. That's pretty cool. Alright, we should just have 2 more Pokemon to encounter and then knock out. Which, for the record, I can't remember the last, like, shiny I've seen. It was probably in Scarlet and Violet. I think it might be the Toxicity. Or actually, no, it would have been one of the Pokemon I was shiny hunting for. There's that controller thing being weird with the D-pad. So it may have been Espeon, actually. The shiny Espeon. Nah, of course. I noticed Tackle's missing a lot, like besides the sand attacks. Because technically in this game, Tackle has, I want to say it's 35 base power and then 95 accuracy. And it's like, you know, that 95 accuracy kicks in a lot more than you'd think. I'm overdue for one, yeah. At least in one of these games, because I think in one of the more, like, natural shinies that you can encounter, because the Espeon was like a, you know, I was grinding out a horde spawn type of thing in Scarlet and Violet. But like just randomly coming across one in one of these types of games would be like in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I found an Abomasnow. One Gen Poke to be shiny. Well, I think I gotta go with the classic Charizard, right? You know? The very sleek-looking black color to it. Or actually, because Nidoking is actually my favorite Gen 1 poke. These days, anyway. As a kid, it used to be a Growlithe and Arcanine, but Nidoking shiny is sick. It's that really nice blue color, because it's not a light blue, it's like a darker-ish blue. So I think Nidoking might actually be the one I'd want most. And man, oh, I remember shiny hunting in Pokemon Let's Go. In Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, specifically. Actually, real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. Well, let's move up here and then, yeah, let's save. Oh, we've been playing for 30 minutes already? Nice. But anyway, in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, I found a Nidoran shiny, because I was hunting for it. And, God, the sprites and everything, the models of the Pokemon, they look so nice in that game. Now, I'm save scumming here because if we do lose this, which I don't know if we will, we might, but if we do lose this, then I could just reload my save. And damn, 7 damage. Good lord. And, of course, Pidgey's using Sand Attack now. Alright, there we go. At least Leech Seed hit. So we have seeded the Pidgey. Alright. And I guess now, you know, since it's using a Sand Attack on us, something we could do is switch out to a different Pokemon to get rid of the Sand Attacks that have been lowering our accuracy. And we'll be able to take out Charmander with a non-sand attacked Bulbasaur. And yeah, I remember the Spear of... Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Hell yeah. That's pretty cool. Now for this, I'm not sure if I want to switch out now, because I don't think Leech Seed will take out the rest of Pidgey's health. It'll still be left with some. Oh, no, it actually did take it out. Nice. Hell yeah. Alright. That's a sweet 105 right there. Alright, so Toto's going to use Charmander now. It doesn't know Ember yet. So we're in the clear with that, at least. So we use Leech Seed. Only did 4 damage, okay. We'll try another Leech Seed. Okay. Now, crit should do like 8 damage to us. So... I'm very tempted to switch out. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It'll be weird. Let's use Rattata, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Because I want to get Bulbasaur's accuracy back. And I don't mind if Rattata faints, which is kind of cruel to say. But I'm gonna use Tail Whips on Charmander. So that way when Bulbasaur comes back in, it's not only going to have its accuracy restored, but also Charmander's defense is going to be low, so our tackle attack should do quite a bit of damage. Tia. I'm not sure who Tia is. In the face. Oh, Ty. Oh, I see. Ah, I see. Yes. Yeah, possibly. With the large teeth. Alright, so Rattata's out, which is fine too, because I also wanted Bulbasaur to get all the experience. I'm a very cruel trainer with that mindset. Also, I should point out, the reason why I'm using Bulbasaur is because I always use Charmander. Charmander's awesome. And I've used Squirtle before. Squirtle's also quite fine. I don't think I've ever used Bulbasaur before. At least not in this game. It's like, I know it's good, like I know its moveset and stuff, but never actually given it a chance. But yeah, if we continue forward, this is actually the pathway to the Pokemon League. I don't think there's an item or anything over here, but if there is, Yeah, there's not. There might be an invisible item somewhere, but I'm not going to bother with all that. But anyway, obviously we can't enter the Pokemon League quite yet, because we do not have the 8 gym badges required. So all that training was just for that battle with Toto. So alright, we're going to head north now, as that will take us to the Viridian Forest. Looking at the games you played, tend to lean toward the grass starter. Oh, okay. Interesting. Because I've never used Bulbasaur in this game. I've never really used Chikorita before, in any game, really. It's like, again, I know it's fine, like, for playthroughs and stuff. Oh, and I love this, by the way. This is the catch tutorial. And so it's like, we've already caught some Pokemon. Like, we have more than just our Bulbasaur now. And this old guy's got to show us how to catch a Weedle. Ooh. Hey, El. I hope you're doing well, El. It's good to see you. But I've used a Trico before, which was fun. So, you know, Giga Drain is always a really awesome move to use, but Leaf Blade on that thing back in Gen 3. Sorry, again, that morning voice is kicking in. Oh, hell yeah, El. Well, it's good to hear that you're doing well, and that you're looking forward to this. Which actually, real quick, this old man gives us the Teachy TV. I used to actually love watching these. I won't watch all of them. Nowadays, actually, Gaz, you'll love this. The Teachy TV is used quite often for RNG manipulation with encountering shiny Pokemon. Because this thing advances frames quite drastically to the point where it's very useful for reaching frames that have shiny Pokemon, you know, that are far away from where you're currently at. But oh my gosh, this is very nostalgic seeing this. Which, by the way, this guy, the Poke Dude, actually gives you an egg in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think in Violet Town. Where you give him a phrase and then he gives you an egg. So he makes an appearance later. But yeah, I've used Trico, I've used Turtwig before. And again, I won't watch all of these, but I just wanted to watch this one. Just one of them anyway. Just so cool. Yeah, level 18. Oh my gosh. It's like that used, for some arbitrary reason, it's level 18. It's like for some reason just seeing these like high-level Pokemon at this point in the game as a kid, and this thing using Hyper Fang, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, blew my mind watching this. Used to think this guy was so cool. But anyway, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got it all out of my system now. But then, besides that, in town, there's also the gym that we saw a little bit of. This old guy looking in the window, but it's not the creepy old guy. Yeah, he's just wondering where the gym leader is. We'll find out about that later. Oh yeah, more signs. What does this one say? Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. Yes. Like I said before, Professor Oak has aids. And oftentimes, those aids we encounter will want us to catch a certain amount of Pokemon, and then they'll give us stuff, which is pretty nice. Not sure if there's anything special out here. I think there's Caterpie, maybe. And Weedle, but you can find them inside the forest, so we should probably advance forward. Wonder if one of these people will give us like an antidote or something. Yeah. Because it's pretty easy to get poisoned at this part of the game. Oh, and I love this. The little picture that plays. The first time you enter a dungeon, it shows you a little picture thing. Alright, so that guy warns us about Pokemon trainers looking to do dirty things to other unsuspecting trainers. getting their Weedle all over the place. Now this place is like a maze, but that's fine for us. Maybe I'll eat those words later. Because I would like to catch these Pokemon in here. Now, I don't know if Bulbasaur can get poison, because it's a poison type. I know in later games that's a thing, where poison types can't be poisoned. I think it's just Gen 1, maybe, where they can get poisoned. I'm not entirely sure. Exactly, DL. They're gonna jump us in the bushes. Very likely, actually. Let's see. Let's get our Pokeball there. Yep, time to kick some ass. But after that would be Snivy, going back to the grass starter thing. Snivy is like very, what's the word? Restrained by its move pool. Like it's almost like an older gen type of move pool. Because it can only learn grass type moves and then wrap, which is not great. But I'd like to use a Snivy at some point, because even with just having to use like Leech Seed and some kind of stat boosting move, and then, you know, either Giga Drain or like Vine Whip or something. Oh, Metapod, hell yeah. I won't catch this, but I will knock it out for the XP, for the experience. Yeah, man, Snivy's awesome. It's really cool. And after that is Chestnut, which I actually have used Chestnut. And that was fine. And then I've never played Sun and Moon. Sword and Shield is the monkey Pokemon, banging the drums like Donkey Kong. Which I'm also not a fan of its design. I feel like it's almost like over-designed. But Thwacky itself, the base form, is not bad. And then in Scarlet and Violet, I only used Meowscarada. There's a nice 51 XP for us. I know I have to catch Pokemon, but I'd rather catch the Caterpie and then evolve the Caterpie into Metapod. Lots of tips everywhere, by the way. Oh yeah, Hisui and Decidueye, yes. From the Arceus game there. Okay, so this Caterpie, will go ahead and catch this. It's also female, which is kind of cool, because I like having female Butterfree. It's very majestic. And actually, we're at the point now where the Pokemon we capture will be sent to the PC. So no more nature checking. Although I guess we could still check the nature on the Weedle we got. But if I did want a Caterpie, I would want a timid one. And actually, I haven't been reading these dex entries. Its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. Very disgusting. But awesome, though. I like Caterpie. I don't want to be like Misty. Yeah, so again, more pretty basic tips. Yep, exactly right. Want to avoid battles if you're feeling weak, if you're feeling woozy. Let's get that potion there. Alright, but like I said, let's check this Weedle. It is naughty nature. Ooh, a naughty Weedle. Sounds like DL. Yeah, very nice. Oh man, that's like plus attack minus special defense, maybe? If I had to guess. I guess something about this game too is that there are no gender differences. Yep, that guy ran out of balls. That's unfortunate. I think we'll be fine though, because there's really not much else to catch in here. There are Pikachu in here, which would be nice to catch. And I think you can find the fully evolved forms of certain Pokemon. I think you can find Butterfree and... I was going to say Ninjask, Beedrill in here, but I could be wrong about that. I think that one I actually am wrong about. Yeah, there we go. You know, I noticed something. It's like Tackle's kind of missing more often than I would kind of expect it to. I think I may have already mentioned this, but it's like that 95% accuracy is really, really going all out in this particular playthrough. But Bulbasaur's pretty nice for this part of the game, because if it can't get poisons, then it kind of trivializes this area. Because with these early game forests, it's like one of the major difficulty, or one of the major parts that are difficult about going through an area like this, is that there's such a great opportunity to get poisons, like in almost any encounter you come across. Oh, there's the infamous number there. Ooh, I see a message retracted there. Oh. Is Gaz writing dirty things in my chat? But yeah, Ninja... Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I'd be hacking if, if I had a Ninjask. Alright, we'll go ahead and fight this guy, too. It's like this Bulbasaur is going to be quite over-leveled by the time we get to our Magikarp. Yeah, exactly. Very nice, DL. Whatever Gaz is doing. Ooh, that's something we have to be mindful of too, our PP. Because we haven't healed in a while. Well, we've been doing pretty nice damage, but yeah, Tackle has 35 PP, or power points. Lots of P words again. This reminds me of one of my early streams. So we have 16 more uses out of 35. Thought it was 18. Yeah, so it was 16 more uses. Which should be fine for getting us out of this forest, but we will see. Oh, well, I don't know about that, Gaz. Oh, jeez. See, these are the dirty things he's writing and then retracting the messages afterwards, right? Yeah, there's another tackle miss. And wow, Vine Whip only has 10. Interesting. That seems very low for what Vine Whip is. I think a lot of grass-type moves do have low power points, but I wasn't expecting that low from Vine Whip. Jeez. Maybe it would be advantageous for us to head down south, because there are some forced encounters coming up here. But we can head down south and heal up. So actually, that's something too. We have 12 hit points left. Oh god, this is going to take a little while. As the Kakuna hardens like crazy. Kind of like Gaz right now, you know, with the previous comment he posted there. Ooh, very nice crit. I remember as a kid thinking that Fire Red and Leaf Green had a higher critical hit ratio compared to, I guess, Gen 3 and Gen 2, because that's all I played back then. Obviously, when this game came out. Because it just seemed like critical hits happened way more in this game compared to, like, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, for example. And it's like, there's no way of proving that, because I don't think anybody else has mentioned that online or anything. But it's in my head canon that there's a higher crit ratio in this game compared to the other games. Oh, which reminds me, we can get that item that's behind that tree. I was so distracted by the old man laying on the ground and also the Teachy TV that I didn't grab this item. Alright, nice. Little potion there. That's fine. Oh yeah, this is something else that's kind of a slog in this game. At least the opening section until after you beat Brock, where there's no running shoes until that point. Like, you have to get to the first gym and beat Brock. And then I think one of Professor Oak's aides gives you the running shoes. It's practically like playing a whole brand new game at that point, instead of walking around everywhere. Alright, let's avoid the grass, because I think we have everything we will possibly need. Suppose you don't have to go full out with catching them all. Ah, there's the Viridian Forest picture. Hell yeah. But yeah, obviously I like the items that Professor Oak's assistants give you on your journey. So I would have to catch things, but I don't think you have to catch necessarily every single thing you can encounter on these routes. Alright, very nice. Very handy antidote there, which heals poison. I think there's two paths we can take. There's this section up here that doesn't really lead anywhere. Yeah, it just has a trainer. It looks like he's holding a Game Boy when he's facing towards us. See that? Like an old Game Boy Advance. And that's actually something in this game too. There's like random moments where you can hear Pokemon's cries in the background. So when we were moving up to where this trainer is, I heard like a little Caterpie cry in the background. It's kind of like in Red Dead, hearing animals, you know, just off in the distance. And I always thought that was pretty cool. Kind of made the environment seem a bit more lively. Okay. This guy just has two Caterpie. I suppose the main benefit of fighting all these trainers, because they are avoidable, we don't have to fight all of them, is mostly for money. For condensed money. Because later on there is a game corner or gambling location where we can play the slot machines and whatnot. Yeah, exactly, Dio. And there's some pretty nice exchange items. You exchange coins for certain items. And there's tons of items I'd like to purchase. There's hold items like Mystic Water and Charcoal that boost the power of certain types of moves. But there's also TMs. And also, to go even further, there are Pokemon you can purchase at the game corner. Like Dratini and Pinsir. And I think the other two are Abra and Clefairy. Oh, and Porygon. Which actually, with Porygon, I wouldn't mind using a Porygon, even though it sucks statistically. It's like, I don't know, using agility on it helps with its very geriatric speed. But it has like 85 base special attack, I think. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Just trying it out, maybe. We have another Game Boy player. With Metapod this time. Alright. Well, at least for the gym coming up, we won't have to worry about training or anything like that. We will be incredibly good to go to fight Brock. It's like these Metapod remind me of the Pokemon anime. With a Metapod versus Metapod battle between Ash and that one kind of like villain of the week type character. Well, maybe villain of the week is too strong. It's like character of the week, just some random bug catcher guy. Some prick that you never end up seeing again. But I think something happens, like with Team Rocket, and then like some... maybe Paris? No, because Paris is pretty weak. I think with Beedrill, like a swarm of Beedrills start attacking because of something Team Rocket does, and so Metapod gets like pierced, Ash's Metapod does, and evolves into good old Butterfree. Oh, the nostalgia. Oh. That brings me back. Ooh, very nice crit. Hell yeah. Wait, why is my controller not working? Uh-oh. Let me see here. I think it may have desynced. Uh-oh. Wait, let me mess around with this. Very, very interesting. This might be the end of the line here. Because I'm not sure how to fix this issue. Might actually have to pull up the sign here. Because I can't get the controller to reconnect to the Analog Pockets dock. Alright, let me see if I can get this sorted by disconnecting this. Yeah. And no, that just made it worse. Oh god. And now it's like completely frozen because it's not working on here either. I don't remember the last time it was that we saved. Alright, moment of truth. So I'm currently playing it undocked. Yeah, you're right, at 30 minutes, because there's a 0:31. Oh my god. So 30 minutes ago, right before we took on Toto. Oh my gosh. Well, if that's how this is gonna be, then I'm not too sure I want to continue. If it's gonna be all weird and glitchy. So what I'll do is I'll turn off this thing here. Let's remove the power. Plug that back in. And then if we plug that there. Let's see if this brings it back up. 100 egg. I mean, we could do 100 egg, I guess, but I don't know how moist I am to do that. Alright, let's quit the game and then reload it. And then we'll remove the beautiful image. We'll get that back. Well, at least the save file is still there, for now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's very demotivating, actually. It's like, I don't know if I want to continue. We'll go ahead and do it for now. I think what I'll do is I will ignore those trainers in the Viridian Forest. Because really, we didn't do that much. We just caught a Caterpie and a Weedle, and then fought Toto. It's like, at the same time, though, I don't know what else I would necessarily play right now. Because I'd like to do a bit of preparation, too, for Red Dead Redemption 2 by looking into things. And funnily enough, this is playing out pretty much the same exact way that the first fight played out, where I missed Leech Seed first. But yeah, like with Red Dead 2, I'd want to kind of have a roadmap on standby and stuff. Instead of just freeballing that. But alright, at least for now we're back. And we could always come back later to Viridian Forest in case we don't find a Caterpie and a Weedle. Alright, so Pidgey was like hyper-aggressive during this fight, because I think it only used one sand attack, which is pretty nice. Alright, so the Revenge of Charmander. Let's see what happens this time. So again, just 4 damage. And again, it evaded the first Leech Seed. Oh, this time we got a crit. 9 damage there, too. Jeez. I think instead of switching, we'll just use a potion. And then we'll just kind of go from there. Nope, don't want to use another potion. Let's go back to fights, and then tackle. So I was reading online with the Analog Pocket dock station that some people... that some people use wired controllers. And I was like, maybe I might have to use that. Because I do have some Xbox controllers that have the wired attachments. To hopefully prevent this desync issue in the future. Because that sucks that I couldn't, like, undock the Analog Pocket and just use the buttons on the Analog Pocket. It's like it was just completely frozen. or locked out of being able to use any type of controller inputs. Alright, at least this fight's, I think, went a bit smoother than last time, to be honest, because last time I had to switch to my Rattata. So, we've rewritten history. We're not as bad of a trainer as we initially were. And then there's Vine Whip. Very disappointing 10 PP Vine Whip. And, yeah, Toto is out of here now. Hell yeah. You know, in the game, of course. Alright, so like I mentioned before, we can't proceed in that direction, because it's the Pokemon League, and we don't have 8 gym badges. And actually, since we're here, we'll go ahead and pick up this item up here. And then we'll heal up and head back up north. I think we have to watch the catching tutorial again. So that old guy is going to be very spry. Might need Chris Hansen to hang out with us just to protect us a little bit. And who knows, maybe this time we'll find a Pikachu. So actually, I'm going to clear out my party, because we've seen these Pokemon before. We'll deposit the stragglers here. Because if I do end up running into a Pikachu and I catch it, that would just be a nice Pokemon to have, because it learns Thunder Wave just by, you know, existing. I think it's like a level 1 move or something like that. And yeah, let's just move here. Alright, old man. Let's see what you're made of by catching this wacky Weedle. And oh, that means we lost our naughty Weedle. That's too bad. But yeah, just being able to inflict status like that with a Pikachu that knows Thunder Wave is really nice. Or did I say inflict static? I mean inflict paralysis. Its ability is static, which can also inflict paralysis. Also, no Teachy TV viewing this time. It is cool though, because I'm pretty sure that guy has a Butterfree at one point that knows like all these status-inducing moves. And I thought that was so cool too, when I was younger. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly, Gaz. But I will collect the items, though. Do you want to get the items here in Viridian Forest? I remember this place being so laggy in Pokemon Let's Go. Hey, there's Pikachu! Oh yeah. Level 5 female Pikachu. Alright. Either way, either one of these moves will increase the chance of us getting a status condition. Right, it's going to use Thunder Shock on us, that's fine. It only does 1 damage, but Thunder Shock can paralyze us. Ooh, welcome the Mook. Hope you're doing well. Guess it really doesn't matter which one I use, I'll just use Tackle. Oh gosh, critical hit. Good lord. Alright, we better catch this thing then, because Leech Seed's gonna knock this thing to half of that amount. This is Pokemon the Mook, and I enjoy Pokemon, so I'm playing it. Alright, there we go, hell yeah. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity can build and cause lightning storms. Interesting. That's actually like something they do in one of the Pokemon episodes early on. It's like this Pokemon center like needs emergency electricity, so they have like a horde of Pikachu in their basement. Oh, it's a brave nature. Interesting. That's plus attack minus speed. Oh, and it doesn't have Thunder Wave. Okay, I'm misremembering then. No, this is on my Analog Pocket. So it's the actual game cartridge being played on a thing that lets me play it on my TV. Alright, let's go ahead and catch this Weedle again. Ah, damn. GTA's on hold, because I wanted to play something different. And that's right, there's one more item over here. Yeah, sadly we knocked out that Weedle, though. Would have been nice to knock that out. The GameCube? No. This is an Analog Pocket. But I do know about that GameCube attachment, though. I actually have that. Yeah, there's like a little attachment thing you can have for the GameCube that lets you play the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games. And actually, speaking of that thing, there's like this like modded or modification people have for GameCubes that let you use that function, but in HD. Like it HDifies the product, which is really nice. Can I avoid this guy? Oh, there's a wild encounter there. Because like I said, I kind of want to avoid these trainers since bad things happened last time. With the game system, not with my battling. Alright, cool, and there's a Caterpie again. We'll catch that. Ah, see, then there's Tackle missing. If there is something I do like about the modern games, it is giving Tackle 100% accuracy. Which I think happened in Gen 5 in black and white. Alright. And as always, I'm curious about the nature of these things. Hardy nature, which is just neutral for Caterpie. Timid. Oh. Would have been great to have that on the Caterpie. But Timid Weedle, which is not great for it. It's more of a physical attacker. Alright, there's our antidote. And then up north was only one trainer, so I'm going to ignore them for now. I think we'll backtrack to this area once we've caught some more Pokemon. We can battle them with the new Pokemon. I'm going to save a bit more often here. Just in case that thing happens again, where we end up not being able to do anything. Yeah, I don't think Beedrill gets any special moves, because it learns like Twin Needle, and then Poison type attacks like Poison Sting and Sludge Bomb, Brick Break and Aerial Ace. I think that's it. It might learn like something like Thief, I guess, which could be that's a special move. But yeah, no. Doesn't even learn Absorb or Giga Drain or anything. Yeah, let's see what this is here. Another potion, nice. Now let's Let's see what these tips are here. Oh, yes. Stealing other people's Pokemon. They've reserved that for the GameCube Pokemon games. But in this game, you sadly... Well, I say sadly. No. You can't capture any opposing trainers' Mons, which is a good thing. Actually, speaking of Absorb and Giga Drain, Bulbasaur doesn't learn those moves. It learns the physical Grass-type moves, or physical contact Grass-type moves, I guess. So it would be nice if we had Absorb at this point. Oh, it's like I'm clenching there, because I was like, are we gonna get critted again? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that was a racist thing, Mook, just to put that out there. It's because you always talk about food. Alright, I don't think any of these guys give us anything. Alright, so now we're in Pewter City, and we're greeted by this very large man in this game. Let's see here. Ah, interesting. There's only hobbyists around here. Oh my god, look at Jigglypuff's eyes. It's kind of creepy in the corner here. Actually, I mentioned this in the previous stream. I wouldn't mind using a Jigglypuff. It would have been cool if, like, the screen faded to black and we got healed. Oh, these guys have, like, Game Boys. Look at that. Really want a Pikachu, so I'm trading Clefairy for one. To this guy over here. Trading Pokemon with that kid there. I had 2 Pikachu, so I figured I may as well trade one. Yeah, very nice. It's very kind. Reminds me when I was a kid and on a field trip. This, Wait, what? Tell me something good about yourself. What's your profile? Yes or no? Or info? Yes. Oh, this sounds like a Pez sentence. I am a Pokemon friend. Okay, this is kind of some kind of greeting, I'm sure, for online, like if you're in one of those online rooms. It's all local, but... It's like when you're with random other people, or whoever you're locally playing with. This is probably what pops up in game. And you can make some pretty funny things with this. Like, there's no dirty words or anything like that, and you can't write your own words. I won't mess around with this, but that is funny, though, that we got that sentence. I'm sure this one is always, like, scripted to be this. I am a Pokemon friend. We should tell him that the next time we're at a call with them. I wonder if there's the word gambling. We could put gambling friend. Alright, let's get out of here. Good lord. Oh, she called us fickle for just walking away. Interesting. Hello, it's Blizzard. Oh my gosh. I don't know if there's anything special in these houses. Let's see. Because I would like to kind of take things slow in some of these houses, with some of these NPCs. Oh man, I used to love this little flower bush. Do I know what this person's doing? No. He's spraying Repel to keep wild Pokemon out of his garden. Well, we're in a town, buddy, so there's no wild spawns here. No. I don't know, it's weird though, because that old man found a Weedle back in the previous town. Check out the museum? No. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna show us where the museum is. Nice. I wonder if it costs money to go in here. Yeah, it does. Well, either way, we'll advance forward. We will advance forward. So nice invisible Pokeball there. Nice hidden item. It's like I vaguely remembered there being something up there, but wasn't entirely sure. How's my health on Bulbasaur? Okay. Oh yeah, we healed up, that's right. Yeah, so we're good. Alright, this should be mildly... well, I was going to say challenging, but it's really not going to be that challenging. I'm assuming, anyway. Because Brock has Rock and Ground-type Pokemon. And I think all of them are actually Rock-Ground type, so they're quad weak to Grass-type moves. So we should be good. Even if we are slightly underleveled. Alright, nice Geodude there. Let's go ahead and Vine Whip. Let's pull out the Vine Whips now. Hell yeah. Plus Sturdy does not work the way it does in later Pokemon games, where if these Geodude had Sturdy, then if they got knocked out in one hit, they would survive with 1 hit point left. Oh, Sandshrew. Oh, that's badass. I'd love to use a Sandshrew as well. Ooh, and it actually tanked that. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and tackle. Oh. It's like I know Sandshrew has pretty decent... Oh, there's the crit. Useless crit. I know Sandshrew is kind of tanky, but wasn't expecting it to survive that tackle back there, even with our minus attack stat. Alright, let's heal up, because I don't trust going into that with just 21 hit point. And actually, since we're going back, we can also check out, I believe, one of these houses. Yes, this one here. Oh, a Nidoran. Hell yeah. I love that. Our Pokemon's an outsider, so it's finicky and hard to handle. It sounds like DL's Weedle. An outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. Oh, yes. There's a few trade Pokemon in this game. Some are quite interesting, such as the Farfetch'd trade and the Mr. Mime trade. Which actually, that Mr. Mime trade is very, very nice, because Mr. Mime's not half bad as a Pokemon to use. Oh gosh. Yeah, exactly, Al. I mean, you know, again, those dots are kind of scary sometimes. Alright. Don't think there's anything in here either. Oh. I just saw a shady old guy sucked me into buying this weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it cost $500. Okay. Actually, this is very good advice. Good things can happen if you raise a Pokemon diligently. Even the weak ones can surprise you if you don't give up on them. So, that fish Pokemon that this guy's talking about, if you raise it up, it's actually, And it actually turns into a beast. We talked about that earlier. I think it was me and Gaz were talking about Gyarados. It's a very, very powerful Pokemon. And I'd like to use one. Yeah, 75. Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, so we'll be doing some training, I'm sure, at some points, because you can't catch the evolved forms of everything later in the game. Like, there's no spot to find Butterfree and Beedrill. Unless you can find them in the wild in Viridian Forest, but like I said, I think I'm wrong about that. Yeah, it is some high number like that. In that range, because I know there is one for 60. I will say, at least this game is not like Let's Go, where there's actually requirements to enter the gym. I think in Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, in order to face Brock, you have to have a grass or a water type. Like, they force you to have something that is strong against Brock. Alright, we're gonna save our game, because I'm nervous about things still. And then there's the Bulbasaur. Okay. Alright, let's do this. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, he keeps going on about rock-hard. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, that was so trivial. We got some really nice experience from that. It's crazy how easy mode Bulbasaur and Squirtle make that fight. You know, I am disappointed though, this isn't like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where Brock mentions that it itches in the middle of the fight. Alright, so we got our first gym badge. Oh, we could use Flash outside of battle, nice. That'll be handy for the only place in the game that requires Flash, or not necessarily requires, but is a place where you can use Flash. Alright, cool. And actually, that Pikachu's gonna come in handy there. And actually, real quick, I didn't even talk to this guy. Just as I thought, you're a Pokemon Champ material. Interesting. But yeah, the Pikachu can learn Flash, so we'll teach that Flash. And yeah, that's the power of quad effectiveness and type matchups. Do I even need to heal there? Not really. I think we could advance forward. And now, we should get the running shoes. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I think you might be in trouble, though, if they use Rock Tomb. Because I think you resist it, but yeah. I think at that point it would still maybe knock you out. But yeah, you're right though, it's like you could be really low leveled, and it's like you'll just walk away probably untouched. Because I could be wrong about the Rock Tomb stuff. Bulbasaur is a bit tanky, so... Alright, I don't think I can avoid this trainer. Okay, I can. It's this bug catcher, I can't. Because I'd like to move forward, catch something, the Sandshrew, and then backtrack and fight these trainers with the Sandshrew. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just tackle our way to victory. You know, that's a very interesting point, Al, because, you know, I do appreciate the support, Mook, but, yeah, I was not sure, how supportive those questions were when I first read them. Oh yeah, that's true, right? Because the experience you get from the Geodude would then boost you up even higher. Oh man, that actually sounds kind of fun to do. You know, just see how much experience you can get from one Pokemon like that. Because I think that happened actually in Chugga Conroy's playthrough of Pokemon Emerald, where he was fighting, I was gonna say he was fighting Bradley, but Bradley's our friend. He was fighting Brawly, and all his Pokemon got knocked out except for like a level 5 Zigzagoon, because it knew Quick Attack, I think. Or no, it's because Makuhita was using like Vital Throw, so it's forced to move last in that situation. So Zigzagoon got hidden, knocked out the Makuhita, won the fight, and it gained all this experience. It went up like 3 or 4 levels. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, he was fighting Bradley, and then Bradley stepped on him. Yes. And yeah, exactly right. It's like those challenge runs that like J Rose does, and other people too. It's very cool seeing people do that, because I think, because I'm not familiar exactly with the content, but I think there is someone who even times their playthrough, almost like a speed run in a way, but not necessarily because they want to go as fast as possible. They're just timing it to see, you know, in a casual sense, how long it would take to use something. Damn, level 15 Poison Powder. It's not quite as good as Toxic, but yes, we will learn that. We haven't used Growl at all, so I'll get rid of Growl. I remember there's another, like, leveling thing, too, that happened in one of Chugga's LPs. Oh, Sleep Powder! Oh, a 2-for-1. Oh, wow. It's gonna put us at a disadvantage for bug types. But I think I'm actually gonna get rid of... Well, am I ever gonna use Poison Powder? I should get rid of Poison Powder, keep Tackle, because it's handy for stuff like this against bug types, which we will see periodically in the early game. So actually, yeah, I'm going to get rid of Poison Powder. But anyway, in Chugga's Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play, his Misdreavus ended up gaining like 7 levels at one point, just from one... Oh my god, the running shoes are crazy. Just from gaining experience in one go, he got like 7 levels, which was crazy. I wonder if I walk behind this guy, that girl's gonna come forward, and then I'll have to fight the guy anyway, because she'll be blocking the path. Alright, I'm gonna save my game just to do it. I think I'll make a habit out of doing that. Oh yeah, tons of trainers, man. Maybe we should move forward enough to also capture the Magikarp as well. I think that would be a good idea. Switch training on all these guys with the Magikarp and the Sandshrew. I think that would be the way to go. Because Bulbasaur's set. I think Bulbasaur is at a good level. We'll probably gain some more along the way. And Bulbasaur's going to be set for Misty later. Yeah, for sure. Wait, String Shot missed? Oh, I didn't... Oh, wow, that's 95% accuracy too, then. Right? Like, that would have to be. I thought String Shot was 100% accurate. I was thrown off by that. You've never actually done that in any playthrough of the first gen. Oh, okay. Have you ever used a Magikarp before then? Like in any of the other games then? Like in Emerald, for example, because you could catch Magikarp there with the old rod. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. Especially in in this gen, where you can't even really use water-type moves that effectively. Because its special attack stat is actually quite low. It's 60. Nah, yeah, that's fair enough. Gyarados is kind of like one of those cliched Pokemon everyone uses. Yeah, well, I mean, that's fair. It's a very popular Mon. Actually, I'm going to use Leech Seed on this just to heal up a little bit. But you're right, though. It is a very cliched Mon. Kind of like Charizard, actually. Alright, take it easy, the Mook. And then let's... Alright, it really doesn't matter what we end up using on this thing. We'll just tackle for now. Oh yeah, same. Like, even though Charizard, there's so much overexposure with Charizard, too. It's like you see it in all these different types of media. It's like in Sword and Shield, the champion has a Charizard, and it's always shown. You know, it's like his ace. And it's like a modern gen still utilizing Charizard like crazy. I know Gen 6 was like that, too. Where you get all these mega forms of Pokemon, and Charizard gets 2 of them, you know? But yeah, despite all that, I also really like Charizard still. I guess it's different because you played the games before Ash got a Charizard in the anime. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you time, like, with the timing of that, then yeah. That makes sense to me. Because I know Charizard was kind of like an ace, in a way. Like one of Ash's main Pokemon, once he ended up getting it. And then, of course, you get Charizard, you know, faffing about, falling asleep during battles and stuff. And then really, what is that in reference to, DL? Out of curiosity. You remember there being like some kind of cross-timing of me playing the game and the anime being shown on Sky One in the UK and Ireland. So you remember when Charmander evolved? It was going to evolve into Charmeleon. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool, because I don't, Yeah, you're referring to Charizard being in the game before the anime. Yeah, because it's like the games came first. Yeah, exactly, like what Al said there. So that's cool that you got to play the games first and then experience the anime, so you kind of knew about things. You were familiar with a lot of things that were going to happen, like with Charmander evolving into Charmeleon. Like, you knew what that was going to be. Now, that's pretty cool, because I don't remember having that experience. I think I saw the anime first, and then played the games. Yeah, exactly right, DL. Like, that's a very unique feeling, I think. That's pretty cool. And I suppose that poison powder actually would have helped out pretty nicely here. Because having poison powder going with Leech Seed would have made the Metapod and Kakuna fights a bit nicer. Because I don't know if they have Shed Skin as their ability. But look at that, Bulbasaur is evolving. Hell yeah. Oh, wonderful. Let's save. And then let's check out the old stats here of the Ivysaur. Alright, so again, Calm Nature, which is wonderful. Oh, 34 and 34. Oh, that's sick. Compared to these other mons, which aren't trained up or anything, but still. Oh, so great. Ooh, 559, nice. Nice, evolved into Venusaur. Not quite yet, DL. Still have 20 more levels before that happens. For now, we have the old Ivysaur. Shoutouts, Professor Ivy. And then one more Bug Trainer battle. That is required. Ooh, speaking of the anime, there's Bugcatcher James. Oh man, look at that bulb. That's sick. That flower. Oh. Because like I said before, I've never used Bulbasaur in these early gens. It's like I've always known it's a pretty solid Pokemon. You can learn a variety of things. Could even be a mixed attacker. You don't have to go all in with grass-type moves, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, I have another Metapod. Is the Bugcatcher in the anime? There are Bugcatchers, but the reason why I got a bit moist back there is because of the name James. James is like a main character in the Pokemon anime. And actually, in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they do include Jesse James and Meowth, which is really cool. Man, I should have been using Vine Whip more often. It's like the stab still makes it more powerful than tackle. Stab being the same type attack bonus. So this Vine Whip right here should knock this thing out. Yeah, good lord. That's awesome. Ooh, nice 169 experience from that. Oh, damn like that. Alright. So I believe in this little bundle of grass down here we could find Sandshrew. Yeah, exactly. He is one of the goats. Not goatsies, but goats. Yes. Very nice. But he is good. I don't know. This probably has something to do with the voice director. Oh, there's Jigglypuff. Oh, yes. I would love to catch this. It's level 3, so we're going to knock it out pretty easily. So we'll kind of have to use Leech Seed to weaken it. Ah, of course. Finally! Yes, yes, there's the Jigglypuff. Which I actually forgot about that. It's like 4 Pokemon that I want to use are all obtained, like right now, basically. Now, it's okay that it used Sing, because we weren't going to damage it anyway with our moves. I just would like to wake up and then use Sleep Powder. It seems to be spamming Sing. Which is a 55% accurate move, by the way, that it hit on its first try. But, yeah, because we have the Bulbasaur, obviously, that we're using. It's now Ivysaur. Like to use Jigglypuff. And then there's the Magikarp. Because I've never really used Magikarp before in this game. Or Jigglypuff, for that matter. Or Sandshrew. Which is why I wanted to use all these Pokemon. Ah, of course we miss. See, a Pokemon I tend to use is Butterfree. Oh, well, it had an Oranberry on it. Which healed it up all the way. Oh, man. Well, that's fine. It's whatever. You've never seen this Venusaur. Yes, yes. It'll be quite the spectacle once you see it, DL. It's basically a giant frog flower creature thing. And it's pretty cool, I think. Now I suppose we could just throw balls at the Jigglypuff at this point. I don't think we're going to catch it. I know it is asleep, but it's not very weak because of the Oran Berry. Hey, there we go. Oh, this one. Oh, the Ivysaur, yes. Oh, okay, so this is new to you then. Nice. Alright, we will not name it. But we'll take a look at what nature it is. I would love Modest. If we got Modest... Oh, it's naughty. I actually really don't like that nature for it. Because it's plus attack, like minus special defense. So I'm actually open to getting another Jigglypuff if we end up coming across one. But anyway, like I mentioned before, we need Sandshrew as well, and Sandshrew can be found here, so we'll be in this grass for a little while. I'm sure there's plenty of chances to find more Jigglypuff. And Pidgey, apparently. In this grass, there's also... Oh. Wild trainers. Eek, did you touch me? Interesting. Oh, and she has a Jigglypuff. Look at that. Level 14. Wow. Oh, what a great move, too. My Vine Whip is now disabled, so now we're forced to use Tackle. And, yeah, that's not good, because now it's boosting up its defense. I mean, it's not like it can take me out or anything. It doesn't have any powerful attacking moves. Yeah, because Pound's not going to do much. Just -6 with the hit point there. You know what I should do? Advance forward like I said I would potentially do. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to do anything. But advance forward because there's a Pokemon Center up north. So we'll get ourselves the Magikarp. And actually for that we can kind of save Scum. So I'm being a bit cautious. I don't know that there are any trainers in this area. I don't think there are. Ooh, Persimberry, hell yeah. There we go. Because I'd like to save the trainers for my other Pokemon. Ooh, and something I can think about too is using the Pikachu to potentially paralyze some Pokemon that I end up fighting. Alright, one thing at a time. Let's deposit the Weedle and the Caterpie and this Jigglypuff, because I'm not completely sold on it quite yet. And then we will save Scum to hopefully get a good Magikarp. Or at least one that has a decent enough nature. Alright, let's see. So this guy is meant to be like a scam. $500 for a Magikarp. Want to give a nickname? No, I'm good. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it's a female, mild nature. Which is plus special attack minus... well, no, that actually might be a speed nature. Whatever it is... we are resetting. And then watch, by doing this, my save file is going to get deleted or something. Because that's what actually happened when I was testing some things out. I just noticed there it says outrageous $500 that we're paying for the Magikarp. Ooh, bold nature, plus defense, minus attack. Not good. And I do know that natures don't matter in these games when you're playing single player. But I like doing this anyway. It's purely a me thing. I'm surprised we're getting so many female Magikarp. Careful's plus defense minus special attack. Which actually isn't too bad, but... Or actually, no, Impish is that. Careful, I think, is plus special defense minus special attack. Alright, let's see here. Bold. Yeah, it's plus defense minus attack. I'm not a fan of that. Because I don't know if anybody else is like this, but it's like once you know about something, it's like you can't not do it. So it's like I know about natures, and so it actually like almost physically pains me to be using natures that aren't something that would be useful for a Pokemon. And a quiet nature is a plus special attack minus speed, I think. Alright, let's see about this one. Serious nature, that's neutral. Ooh, we could run with that. But these resets don't take too long, so we'll keep going. We'll give Adamant or Jolly a chance. Give it a chance, please. Lizzie. Because I would like an Adamant or Jolly nature. Ooh, there's Modest. That's like Adamant, but with special attack being boosted. Please. See, that's another thing that's like a cartoon character. It's like, I love that that exists to some level. Yeah. Ooh, relaxed. It's minus speed. It's like Gyarados needs... it has a need for speed. Because it has 81 base speed. So, it's not the fastest Pokemon. It's like in that upperish echelon, but not quite at the top. Oh, and there's Jolly. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Although I do see 6 attack, and I saw 7 attack on some other Pokemon. So there is a temptation to continue resetting, but I won't. We'll roll with what we have. Because again, this is a stream, so we should probably cut some corners here with the reset stuff. Because I mentioned this before too, it's like with Red Dead. Well actually, let's catch the Sandshrew before we commit to the Magikarp. I think this route is fine. Let me save. Oh. Yep, save. Don't turn off the power, that's fine. Because what I should do is catch the Sandshrew, so I can send out Magikarp, and then switch to the Sandshrew, and then take on my enemies that way. And also, I should probably verify that I can actually find good old Sandshrew in this spot. So let me see. Sandshrew. Good old... I guess we could use Cerebi, that's fine. Bulbapedia or Cerebi are completely fine resources for this. But yes, route... Well, no, that's not right. We want Gen 3. Gen 3 DX. Route 4, okay. Oh, Route 4, interesting. Route 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay. And this is... Oh, okay, so we'll find it after Mount Moon. Interesting, okay. Or inside of Mount Moon. Well, in the meantime, though, we'll try catching another Jigglypuff, just to test that water out. Oh, and there's Nidoran here. Yes! I always love using Nidoran male Because Nidoking is awesome. I love Nidoking. And actually, that... Another tackle... Well, it used Grell, so we should be fine. Yeah. But yeah, Nidoking is always like a staple of my teams in this game. I love Nidoking. Alright, where are my balls at? There we go. And actually, speaking of Mountain Moon, let me pull up the little cheat sheet here again. Actually, let's go to Bulbapedia for this, even though you can't see anything of what I'm doing. If we go to Route... Okay, so Sandshrew is not in Mountain Moon. Inside of Mountain Moon, in Gen 2, are Sandshrews. Okay. So actually, Mountain Moon won't have anything that I want. Alright, so we need to catch the Jigglypuff out here. Okay. Alright, I think I'm good now, in terms of what I wanted to research and stuff. But anyway, yeah, Nidoking, because it's like so versatile. You know, it can be a physical attacker and a special attacker. Because it learns some really great moves, like Shadow Ball and Earthquake, well, through TM. Mega Horn. It's a great bug-type move. And of course, Bolt Beam with Ice Beam and Thunderbolts. But yeah, Nidoking's one of my favorites. But I won't use it here. So we have a good old Pidgey. Actually, let me see. These should be the same routes. Yeah, they are the same routes. Okay. So I know I caught Jigglypuff in this patch of grass. But it's all the same route, so it really doesn't matter which patch of grass we're in. and you writing that DL just makes me think of Pidgey, as if that's something that that person would be shouting. Okay, so let's go with Leech Seed. Okay, cool, that works. I see only Gen 1 Pokemon. Is this a Gen 1 only game? Yes, exactly right, DL. So this is exclusively only Gen 1 Mons. Which is kind of nice, because at the time, it's like when this game came out, it was a remake of the original games. And we'll go ahead and throw a Pokeball, don't see why not. But yeah, it's a remake of those first few Pokemon games, like Red, Blue, and Green, I guess. And you were confused by the Gen 1 stuff. Yeah, so that explains it. Yeah, because on the internet, they were sniffing hoaxes and gases. I'm sure there are some purists out there who do prefer Red, Blue, and Green. Oh, Brave Nature, disgusting. That's also not great. That's... Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, that should be plus attack minus speed. I know Jigglypuff has a really low speed stat. But I would want something different than that. Like, even a neutral nature would be fine. So we'll keep going. Oh yeah, we'll have to catch another Nidoran. That's fine. Not a big deal. Let's go with Vine Whip this time. See how this does. Pretty much the same as Tackle. Okay. Well, let's use Tackle then. I think later you can catch Nidorina, which are the evolved form of Nidoran. Or Nidoran female, I should say. So I don't necessarily have to worry about training this thing up. But let's save our game so we don't have to catch another Nidoran female if I reset. Ooh, the power of the grinds. Nidorina, yes, it's the female evolved form of Nidoran. Which, that's something I'm almost kind of surprised they didn't retroactively change. Because in Gen 1, they didn't have, like, genders of Pokemon. Like, they didn't have if a Pokemon was male or female. So what they did with Nidoran was they made male Nidoran and female Nidoran their own separate Pokemon. So it's kind of weird. Because these days, it's like, if Pokemon look different depending on what gender they are, they'll just be in the same... Like, they'll just be the same Pokemon. Like Unpheasant, going back to that earlier. It's like male Unpheasant, female Unpheasant look very different. But they're still the same Mon. You know, I was thinking about something too, because this is the first time I've streamed Pokemon. And I've made Pokemon videos on the channel before. It's actually like, what, 15 or 16 years ago? I uploaded some Wi-Fi battle I did in Pokemon Platinum. It's like one of the only battles I ever won. But I recorded it using a friend's dad's camera. And then I also have some Pokemon Coliseum videos. But it's like, I don't know how shiny hunters do it with commentating during a live stream. Because it's like, with a game like this, I feel inclined to speak more, which I kind of don't like, compared to GTA games, where I could be quiet for the dialogue and the cutscenes. But then it's like, well, you know, what can you really talk about for hundreds of hours? I might have to study up on some of those types of YouTubers and Twitch streamers. Because this right now is kind of in line with shiny hunting, where it's like I'm just repeating encounters over and over again. Hey, there's a Jigglypuff. Alright. Let's see how this one treats us. Yeah, again, let's go with Leech Seed. Just so that way we're consistently doing damage, even if we get put to sleep with good ol' Sing. Alright, perfect. It's like I'm tempted to just switch out to a different Pokemon, because there's really nothing I can do right now. Because Tackle or Vine Whip is just going to knock out Jigglypuff. And I would like to do a bit more damage before throwing a Pokeball. So I don't want to waste too many of those. Alright. We'll go for it. Let's see what happens. Alright, sick. Alright, let's see what nature this is. Man, they all have orange berries, don't they? Modest nature, yes! Haha! Somehow that worked out. Oh, it has no attacking moves. So I'm gonna have to switch train Jigglypuff as well. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well. Langya! Hell yeah. Alright, let's take that orange berry off. Because I don't want it to accidentally use it. Let's check out this Nidoran female. Sassy nature. Ooh. It's minus speed plus special defense. Interesting. And then, forget what the Pikachu was. Brave, that's right. Alright, so far so good. Because Sandshrew will catch after Mountain Moon. Which is kind of scary. Alright. So in my party, let's get rid of the Nidoran female. And then we will backtrack all the way back to Viridian Forest. Oh, didn't want to deposit items. Want to deposit Pokemans. There we go. Let's store that. Oh, man. Yeah, so that actually didn't take too long. That was our third Jigglypuff. So good stuff, because that could definitely take a long time. Oh, I haven't caught a modest Jigglypuff in a long time. Holy shit. That brings me back. Actually, since I'm running through this area, just in case I run into a trainer, I'll put Magikarp at the front of my party. Like I said, I like to go back to Viridian Forest, and then progress through this area that has tons of trainers. And actually, you know what? I should prioritize Jigglypuff, because Jigglypuff will learn Pounds, I think at level 6. So that way, once that's leveled up, I can then put Magikarp back at the front, and then switch train with Magikarp and Jigglypuff. Alright, that is the plan. I think there's only like 3 trainers in here. Only 3 that I have to fight. Ooh, Wacky Weedle. Ooh, I wonder if I'll be able to outspeed. Yeah. That was a concern. Watch me get poisoned here. Of course. So again, that's one of the really great things about Bulbasaur. And now we get away safely. Oh god, what do I want to do here? I think what I'll do... Let's put you back in front. Jigglypuff's probably going to die. We're going to backtrack all the way to the other side of Viridian Forest. That's crazy. That guy does not turn to the other side. He always stares in one direction. Interesting. Alright, so Jigglypuff fainted. That's fine. We will heal up at this Pokemon Center down here. So really what I should have done is just kept Bulbasaur or Magikarp at the front of the party, because they would outspeed wild Pokemon. And then before a trainer, put Jigglypuff back at the front. Lesson learned. And all this for some Weedle and Caterpie. Oh gosh. And Kakuna, I believe. Oh, which those are going to be so great to fight. With old Jigglypuff and Magikarp. Oh, man. Alright. Ah. It's like that D-pad gets very sporadic at times. Alright, so this is the first trainer that we ignored. So, again, let's go with Jigglypuff. And then we we will save, just in case we get more corruption going on here. Man, I've already been going for 2 hours. Jeez. What time is it, 11? Probably go for another hour. And then, just in case people want to call later, then I would be available for that. Because I think DL mentioned a potential bingo with Cola, which would be cool in Crash 2. But then again, you guys could have just been memeing, for all I know, so... Because you sick freaks like your jokes. Which is totally fine. Alright, so that takes care of the Weedle. Then we will switch back over to Jigglypuff. Okay. Actually, where's my phone? I should get my phone on standby here. Yeah, just in case DL sends me dirty messages again. Oh, yeah. I opened up Discord, because I don't know if you're still here, DL, but yeah, I see your picture you sent me, showing Ty's chair during that one debate. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Also, nice level up on Ivysaur, which is not the intention here. I guess for context, the debate between Lowton and Gaius the Raptor. There's a person in that video named Ty, who's supposed to be a moderator of some kind. But yeah, he makes like chair noises for some reason. Like he's messing around in the background, and it's like, well, what the hell are you doing? Like, it's kind of distracting in some ways. But yeah, those guys are like cartoon characters too. Anyway. We do have this Weedle. And hey, Jigglypuff's about to level up. Nice. I guess I just thought about something too with Jigglypuff, where we're pretty close to Mount Moon. I mean, we've teased it because we've seen the sign for it in Route 3 where it said, Mount Moon ahead. Inside of there, you can find 2 Moonstone, which is the item you use to evolve Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. And I used to feel like $1,000,000, you know, as a kid, where I would always evolve a Nidorino and Nidorina into Nidoking and Nidoqueen, respectively. And I should have switched, that's my bad. And yeah, just having that in the early game, 2 fully evolved Nido Pokemon, I mean, it's just... Oh, we're poisoned again, what the hell? The only 2 poison stings we've faced, and we're getting our ass kicked. And then, in the words of Chris Hansen, getting your ass kicked. But yeah, I just thought about that little memory there. Just feeling so awesome. And then walking into Misty's gym and then just getting destroyed because both Nidoking and Nidorina, or Nidoqueen, are not the best against Misty, to say the least. Alright, so we get this Phallic Kakuna, which we can't damage. So we'll switch back to Ivysaur. Yeah, I mean, I guess Tackle's fine. Oh, so close yet so far. Can already taste the experience. Hey, level 7, hell yeah. And still no pounds. I guess that might be level 8 or 9. Definitely not one of the two numbers that precedes 8 or 9. Alright, so again, we're healing up just because of the poison. Oh man, Jigglypuff is going to hate us in this early game, because it keeps getting knocked out by poison. Also, I love the emojis that Scarlet uses in messages. Because I've adopted the cowboy hat emoji face thing. So that's pretty funny to use. But I saw, because I mentioned this because I saw him mention beef. Like I know what he wrote, but I'll just say he mentioned beef, and it's like he used a little like beef emoji. Oh, it's pretty funny. Do I have Jigglypuff? Yes, I have that in front. Perfect. Feel bad for these bug trainers or bug catchers. Old bug catcher Anthony here. I think there is a bug catcher L in the Johto region. So I vaguely remember that the last time I played through, like, Gold and Silver. I don't know if there's a bug catcher Toby, though, or Gaz. Oh, well, you know, not necessarily like that other thing, but, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Wonder if there is like a Gareth or Garth or Gaz, any of those adjacent names. Ah, I forgot to switch again. Jeez. In any of these Pokemon games. I'm gonna try out Vine Whip. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Alright, cool. Takes care of that guy. I think there's just one more. Down south, I believe. From here. Actually, he might just be west, because I think he's, like, facing a tree. Doing who knows what, considering he's a bug catcher at a forest full of bugs. It's kind of making me nervous. And then we'll save our game. See, it's interesting. It says 1 hour and 35 minutes. I sense something sinister going on with how time is being calculated in my game. Because the stream's been going for 2 hours, 24 minutes. And it's like, there's no way there was like 50 minutes that were lost from the save getting messed up. Or the game getting messed up, I should say. And us having to restart and using the save file's previous load state. Yeah, anyway, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it's being calculated correctly. Oh, and that's why Vine Whip does so much. It's not necessarily because it's more powerful, it's because Metapod has lower special defense than physical defense. And then Harden also amplifies its defense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Damn, we're gonna have to push this to level 9. I was hoping we'd get Pound by this point. So I was thinking too, it's like, even if we are able to get Pound on Jigglypuff, it probably won't be able to handle a lot of Pokemon by itself, because Pound is not a very strong move. Plus we have a modest-natured Jigglypuff, which you would think is like, well, why did I want modest then if it's going to be impacting normal-type moves? Well, the main reason why I wanted to use Jigglypuff is because I love using Clefairy, but I didn't want to use Clefairy for this stream, or for my next playthrough of this game. And what I would normally teach Clefairy is Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. And so that's kind of going to be the purpose of the Jigglypuff, is to use Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. But, as a side to that, because there's still 2 more move slots, the Clefable would typically have something like Thunder Wave and Calm Mind, but Wigglytuff can't learn Calm Mind, so what I'll probably end up doing is teaching Wigglytuff Light Screen and Reflect as its final 2 moves. That's the idea. And then I didn't switch Jigglypuff out. We'll just kind of see what we end up encountering. Okay, a little Caterpie, that's not too bad. Oh, how I'd love to use Pound at this point. Oh, especially since it's level 5. But alright, advancing forward, we're back in Route 2, and then Pewter City. So we'll heal up, and then head eastbound to fight those trainers waiting for us. Which I think a lot of them have, like, Nidoran and Sandshrew. So they shouldn't be too bad for old Bulbasaur to take out until we get Pound on Jigglypuff. Alright, so we'll start with this Lass, I think. Excuse me, you looked at me, didn't you? Oh my gosh. Alright, so old Janice, as I'm sure Gaius would pronounce her name as. Oh, level 9 Pidgey, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Swap out to Ivysaur. And in fact, it's like it's level 9, so that would almost be good enough to distribute experience between Magikarp, Jigglypuff, and then Ivysaur by extension. So actually, I'm going to do that. It's going to make things take a bit longer, but yeah. I think this will be okay. At least for one turn. And oh, Gust. Oof. It's kind of scary we're at that point now where these Pidgey are learning more advanced moves. Oh, and Tackle's missing. Oh, jeez. Of course their Tackle never misses. And our Tackle missed again. Pidgey used Sand Attack earlier, but we switched out, so it's like, well, we should be fine now. Yeah, of course, crit at the end. Alright, so another Pidgey. Maybe this time we'll only switch to, well, I guess it really wouldn't matter. Nah, we'll still switch to, well, how much experience do you have left? 22. Okay, yeah, so we're filling 22, like Taylor Swift. Let's switch to Magikarp then. and then switch to Ivysaur. And I'm tempted to use Sleep Powder here, which I'm glad that hit. Something I was going to mention earlier is that I love using Butterfree. Butterfree is surprisingly a staple of a lot of my teams. And I say surprisingly because a lot of people just write it off as being a very weak Pokemon. But I like it because it has access to these powder moves, like Sleep Powder and Poison Powder, and Stun Spore for that matter. And there's... Sorry, again, I'm clearing my throat. And there's level 9 in Pound. But it has access to those low accuracy, status-inducing moves. But it also has Compound Eyes, which increases its accuracy for those moves that have low accuracy. So really, you're using those moves with like a 92.5% accuracy rating or something like that. I forgot what the calculation is, but it's really nice. And plus, you can treat Butterfree as like a pseudo-grass or pseudo-grass type, or, I said the same thing, pseudo-grass or pseudo-psychic type, because it learns Confusion, and then later Psychic and Giga Drain through TM. So yeah, man, it's like, Butterfree's awesome. I really like using it. Alright, so enough with that rambling. Let's move over to trying to use Magikarp to get that some XP now. I like shorts. They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear. So there's the shorts kid, youngster Ben, with a Reshlappa, Rattata. Damn, level 11. I'll probably be switching... I'm actually going to mute my mic. I'm going to clear my throat. Alright, I think I'm better now. I'm probably going to be switch training all the way throughout Mount Moon at this rate. Jeez. I could probably just use Vine Whip now. Ah, of course we get crit. But I think this is the way to do it. Alright, send out Jigglypuff first. Well, no, let's send out Magikarp first. And Magikarp's actually going to be the biggest pain in the ass because it takes a very long time to get it enough experience to level up. Oh, Intimidate on Ekans. Nice. That's a nice ability to have. Alright, little Poison Sting action. Third Poison Sting. Third time being poisoned. You love to see it. The beauty of RNG. Yes. Alright, so now we've been wrapped like a Christmas present. So we can't switch out now. So it's actually a good thing. It didn't use Wrap earlier. I'd rather be poisoned. Man, I think this just like reinforces how good Bulbasaur is / Ivysaur in the early game. Because there's no fear with Poison Sting, which apparently is like super common with all these Pokemon. Because you get Weedles, which are really annoying. You get the Nidorans, which also learn Poison Sting. Sandshrew learns Poison Sting. That Ekans there. So being part poison's really nice. Actually, I think the last thing... So, I think for the stream... So we'll kind of give a bit of a roadmap here. I think I'll fight all these trainers. and maybe call it after fighting all these trainers on Route 3. So we'll save Mount Moon for the next stream, potentially. I don't know. That's the idea I have, but we'll see once we've actually made it to Mount Moon. Which reminds me, I don't have Flash. I wonder if someone gives us Flash. Yeah, I only have Rock Tomb, which I'm saving for Sandshrew. Because Mount Moon's going to be a pain in the ass to navigate through without Flash. Alright, another Rattata. Oh, did not mean to open up that menu. Thankfully it's nothing too crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to fight the Rattata with Jigglypuff. Let's go ahead and use Ivysaur as always. And then let's go with Vine Whip. And then I think Tackle will be fine here. I was about to say, it's like, oh man, it's gonna end up missing by using Tackle at the end. It's like, I kind of want to preserve the PP a little bit. I guess we will switch from Magikarp to Jigglypuff and then to Ivysaur. Okay, so there's that. Nice, those growls are going to be ineffectual by switching. Let's pop that back out. And then currently it's like in my other hand, I have one controller in one hand. I have my phone in my other hand. Should specify. Because I'm looking up to see where to find Flash. Route 2. Interesting. Isn't it behind the trees that you can cut down? Because I don't think you can actually access that side of Route 2 quite yet. Let's see. You were thinking about what I said. And you might stream the future stuff on YouTube as I suggested. Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. Because my thought process is that YouTube tends to recommend a lot of streams to people on their homepage. And I don't really see that at all on Twitch whenever I open up Twitch, which is, decently often enough. Because I like seeing, like, when you're streaming, or Cola, or Dan. Alright, that guy's not a trainer. Oh, well, that was the last trainer. Okay, interesting. But yeah, anyway, it's like, I feel like YouTube, it's potentially easier to grow some form of audience compared to Twitch. Unless you're a speedrunner, then I think Twitch would be the way to go. Because then you would, have other people within that speedrunning community looking up that specific game to find other speedrunners, potentially. Now, I'm just checking these boulders to see if there are any items. Alright, do I need Flash here? There's Mount Moon. I don't need Flash. Okay, I'm thinking of the Rock Tunnel, I think. Where you need Flash. Okay, so we're good. We're in good hands, then. Since that didn't take as long as I thought, then yeah, I'll just move forward then. See what's going on here in Mount Moon. So we have Geodude now. This Geodude's a great Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'm on the right track with that information, DL. That's just my assumption. Oh, damn, Bullet Seed. Hell yeah, that's great for Ivysaur. So let's see what Vine Whip's power is. It's 35. Well, I guess Bullet Seed would not be better than Vine Whip then. Let's actually reorganize my moves to how I would normally have them organized. By type, and then alphabetically. And attacking moves are first. Alright, so that's sets, and then Magikarp doesn't have anything outside of Splash. Alright, cool. Well, we're going to be facing a lot of wild Pokemon in here, such as Zubat, which is another Pokemon that can poison us. So actually, you know what? I'm going to fight these Pokemon. Oh, and there's Leech Life, jeez. And of course we get crit. Although by rearranging my moves, I now misclicked and chose Vine Whip when I didn't mean to. You actually are, and more so for the popular games, that is the way to go for speedrunning the PS1 games, or Kerm is Twitch, yes. Yeah, that's what, yeah, because it seems like speedrunners really just stick to Twitch. So that's good, we are in agreement there with how things might be. With reaching audiences and building audiences. Because I think TikTok is also pretty nice. So I'm kind of glad Cola was looking into it. I don't know if he's able to, though. Stream on TikTok. I don't think that worked out. But that's pretty nice, too. Because, like, yesterday I ended up getting 15. Thought it was 18. 15 followers on TikTok by streaming Red Dead. Because it appeared to be less than that, but then it's like people can follow you from your profile page. And so there were some people who followed that way. Yes, very nice, Cass. I can't do that impression very well. So I'll just do it in Pez's voice. Hello, Cola. Okay. Yeah, TikTok, TikDiak is the way to go with promoting, yes. Let's get a nice Paralyze heal. I don't think we'll really need that, though, for now. Suspicious men are in the cave. Ooh. Am I streaming Pokemon on TikTok too? Yes, and today is not nearly as successful. I think there was one person who watched for about 5 minutes. And everybody else who has come through, which were actually some names I saw yesterday, but everybody else who's come through is just like clicked on and then left instantly. Because that's kind of the problem too, it's like people will just follow you for one type of game. Because I'm sure if I were streaming Red Dead 2, I'd probably get more viewers. And like we actually saw that too in the YouTube chat, where it's like the Mook was like, well, what the hell is this? And, you know, it's like nothing against him, but a lot of people on YouTube have subscribed to me for Grand Theft Auto videos. Yeah, I want to send out Jigglypuff. And so it's like that's something you can just kind of fall into, where you can play other games besides your main games, but people won't watch you that have already followed you. So it's tough to expand outside of what people are expecting from you. Yeah, unfortunately, Pokemon is a retirement home age group for TikTok. Yes. But it really doesn't bother me much, though. Because I'd say I was going to play this anyway, so I may as well stream it. It's like that's kind of my mindset. And it's like I'm not going all out with, you know, making the video stand out by including, like, pictures and stuff. You know, it's just whatever. Really what I'm most interested in are those video ideas I've had for quite a while about some other games and stuff. Like with that NFL head coach game and some things I've been toying around with behind the scenes. It's like I care more about that than the actual streaming that I've been doing. Well, especially when you stream what you like, it's only fair. And it is good. I like to see this rather than GTA Chinatown Wars or something. Yeah, unless you're certain people who keep asking me about games like Chinatown Wars. Which, you know, maybe I should counter and point this out to people who ask about, like, those games. Why is GTA Advanced never mentioned by people? You know? What do they have against the Game Boy Advance? Alright, we'll go with Vine Whip. Because again, that defense stat is pretty high for Kakuna. At least at this point in the game, and then Harden's making it worse. Yeah, exactly, though. It's unexplainable why people ignore GTA Advance. But I guess I could play that on stream if I did have a copy of that. But yeah, the same type of thing would happen too if I were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I doubt anybody would stick around for that either. Outside of, like, you guys. It is way above their age group, yeah. Well, actually it might be, because that came out, GTA Advance, in like 2003 or 4. Actually, it might have been 2004, like it came out at the same time as San Andreas. Beware, Zubat is a bloodsucker. Oh, jeez. Almost sounds like a slur. Good lord. Yeah, speaking of Zubat. But yeah, you're right, DL, like with GTA Advance anyway. It could just be people aren't familiar with it. So we've seen that too in chat at times, where people will mention that they were like too old or too young for certain consoles. Like it came out before their time. So I think that happened with the Nintendo 64.
The Nintendo 64.
And there's the lovely Clefairy. And see, the issue, because my idea would be to create a new channel to upload that NFL head coach video to. Because you get a fresh algorithm, new faces. I could link that new video on this channel to that channel's video, in case anybody wanted to follow along. But it's like, then on that new channel, are people only going to start expecting me, if I even get anyone following me, are they only going to expect those NFL head coach videos? Because there are channels like that exclusively play those sports games and stuff. And so I'd just be falling into that same trap, where on this channel I'm stuck with Rockstar games, basically. Or really just GTA, because even Red Dead didn't get that many views compared to GTA. So, yeah, it's really tough just to try breaking out and doing anything, really.
Nintendo 69.
Yes. Nice. Clefairy keeps trying to use Encore on me. Can only hope it's not successful. Please don't pick that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm using Leech Seed because I just want to get some health back on my Ivysaur. And we may as well use Sleep Powder as well. It is a good idea, and if you link that channel to your main, then people would not only expect you to interact with that channel, trust you, it is something very common along with less popular streamers to like use multiple channels then to play different types of games and stuff. Because actually that's something that I remember reading at some point, or hearing, So there's this one person who is like adjacent, or was adjacent, to Chukka Conroy, named Steven Plays. And he also had a vlog channel, Steven Vlog. Or he still does have that. And I remember there being this video a year or two ago where he said that he talked to someone who's like a professional at this type of stuff, where it was suggested to him, if he wants to continue seeing growth, because his channels were stagnant at the time, if he wanted to see growth, it would be best to create different channels for different niches. So like, if you have a Pokemon channel, or if you like playing Pokemon games, you make a channel for Pokemon games. If you like playing Grand Theft Auto games, you make a channel for Grand Theft Auto games. You keep them separate. You had the idea to expand more on the content with separate dedicated channels. So exactly, that would be exactly what I had heard before. Where it's like that type of thing is best because if people then start following you for a specific type of video game or whatever, then they're not going to be clicking on those videos for the other video game, which then hurts you because you're not getting clicks or whatever on content that's being shown. I didn't see the message before you retracted it, so you win this time, DL. Kind of like Gaz earlier, I didn't see his retracted message. You had a Dark Lizard GTA channel, but your PC couldn't stream GTA 5. Oh, I see. Well, maybe these days, because you were streaming GTA 5 the other day, so now, yeah, maybe these days you could kick that back up. You could do your San Andreas New Year's stuff for that. You'd planned it, though. Have a PS1 channel. Peaked some popularity back in 2022. Okay, interesting. Kind of like a retro game type of channel. Let's go ahead and knock out this Zubat. I won't switch to Jigglypuff for this, because I don't want to get it poisoned again. But yeah, it's like, with streaming, I'm just doing this for fun. Like, I'm not expecting to get any kind of gain from it, or anything like that. It's just a fun thing, and I've already met some really cool people in the comments. Besides you guys, I mean, I've known you guys for years, but, like the randoms. There have been some really nice randoms who've come through. And so that's great, like that's really all I could ask for with streaming. But with content creation, I think my focus would be more so on creating what I would want and like being able to hang my hat on that and say that's exactly what I was envisioning in my mind. If people like it, that's great. If they don't like it, it's whatever. It's like I just want to put my ideas out there and kind of set it in stone, you know, like with the NFL head coach stuff. It's like that would be the magnum opus type of thing for me, I guess. And yeah, of course, for us, some people, it is just a niche, not trying to expand on the site. Yeah, exactly right. You know, it's just a fun thing to do. Like, I tend to do this stuff on my days off from work. And so, yeah. It's like it's just a hobby. Because there are some people, and we've seen that before in these chats, where it's like they do have an expectation where it's like, well, you gotta stream every day. Or why didn't you stream yesterday? What the hell's going on? And I was like, well, yeah, I was tired from work. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything. So that to me is a good mindset to have, not to also approach this as like some kind of second job. If it turns into a second job, that's great, but I mean, it's best not to bank on that type of thing to happen for us. Well, it also sounded like they just were younger, I guess, but Alright, this is kind of an awkward situation with this Magnemite, though. Because this is one Mon that just kind of, like, walls my entire team. Because it's a electric steel type. And for some reason, I was actually going to use the TCG typings. I was going to say, this is a lightning metal type. And I was like, no, not in the games. That's not how you would label that. But yeah, it's like grass-type moves and normal-type moves are just not going to do anything against Magnemite. But we somehow survived that, so yeah, let's switch on over to Magikarp again, that's fine. We'll go through the whole rotation. Because Voltorb I don't think will be too scary. I think it'll have, like, Swift. And maybe some other moves, like Screech, I think. Oh, Charge, interesting. So flower Pokemons aren't effective on electric or steel. Exactly right. Yeah, grass-type moves won't do much. And it keeps using Charge for some reason. I don't even think it has an electric-type attack. It might have Thunder Shock, but I don't think so. We'll use Leech Seed again, just to heal up. Yeah, it's doing more seeding, and there's Screech. Very scary move. Which that's something too I would love to do, is make videos on the Pokemon TCG. Because I do have some sets I've completed. And I'd like to talk about those sets and stuff. While also being pedantic and using the appropriate type names for the Pokemon. But at least with Voltorb, it's not a steel type, so we can use our normal type moves effectively, at the very least. Yeah, I mean, right? You could co-host a channel with Gaz, yeah. You could send me his Legends Arceus footage, his clips, and then I can say smart-ass things about them. There we go, there's a dynamic, there's a duo. Oh, a rare candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Yeah, rare candy allows you to level up by one level. Just instantly. It's very nice. Yeah, exactly right. And then those clips are non-existent, probably never been there to begin with. No, I've seen Gaz's clips with a P, not a T. Because he's posted those before. Like in the Pokemon channel. He showed off his shinies. Alright, how do we approach this? Because there's so many different ways to go in Mount Moon. That's nice, they give you an escape rope, just in case you want to escape. Alright, we'll fight this trainer down here, because I think we can survive this. Yep, exactly, Gaz with the confirmation, hell yeah. Alright, we'll fight this bug catcher. Yeah, we need to go through the cave to get to Cerulean City. What they don't tell you, which always made me sad as a kid, is that it's a one-way trip. You can't backtrack once you're done with Mount Moon. Oh, didn't mean to press that button. Yeah, you lured him out. Yes, exactly. I think since it's just a Caterpie, let's try fighting with just Jigglypuff. Right, because we can kind of tank those tackles. And we're slow anyways, both in the head, but also physically. So we won't be outspeeding this Caterpie, which is kind of sad, to be honest. Another Caterpie, that's fine. We can take it. Because Jigglypuff is actually a bit more powerful than I thought. It's actually not doing bad. Let's see here. Switch back to Jigglypuff. There we go.
Sorry, I was just trying to get a piece of dirt off my desk.
So I was kind of distracted by something. But anyways, I think after this fight, maybe I will call it, because we've been going for 3 hours now. So we went a little bit past the road map that I gave. But yeah, now we've taken out that Caterpie. Because I wouldn't mind getting some lunch and stuff right now. Making some food. And then if there is a call, I wouldn't mind participating in a call with you guys. Is Jigglypuff as OP as in the anime? Not quite. Not quite. In the anime, it's very, very OP. Because whenever it sings in the anime, it always works. Whenever it sings in this game, there's a 55% chance of it working. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Metapod using Harden versus Jigglypuff's Pound. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we get a crit at some point. But yeah, sadly it's not as overpowered. But I still like Jigglypuff either way. Using a permanent marker too. Yeah, which I like that. The makeshift permanent marker. It's like in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, there's like a hidden blade to some Egyptian guy. Literally Egyptian. There's a hidden blade to his, you know, several thousand-year-old magical item. Some rod. It's like a hidden blade in there, and then in Pokemon, you get Jigglypuff's hidden magic marker. Alright, so I think that takes care of that side of Mountain Moon, so we can finally advance forward. But then I saw like a ladder going on somewhere around here. Let's run away. I wonder if for this, if for streaming this, it would actually be beneficial to off-screen train. It's like those Minecraft streamers who talk about, oh, I did some mining off-screen, and then they just have like this mansion all of a sudden. I was actually curious what's down here in this ladder, so I'm kind of tackling this for now. Oh, Sandshrew. Very jealous of this guy's Sandshrew. That has Poison Sting, by the way. Actually, it might get Poison Sting a bit later. Damn, 9 damage. Holy crap. That is crazy. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and Vine Whip. But yeah, like in this game, maybe we can do some training off-screen, because the Switch training really slows down the progress when advancing through dungeons. So, I don't know, I'll think of something, but like I said, I just wanted a break from the Rockstar games before diving into Red Dead 2. And also, this guy has one more Pokemon. Yeah, we should heal at this point. Let's go ahead and use that potion. Damn, we have 5 potions now. Sick. That'll help us for a little while. Oh, don't want to go back in there. Alright, please no crits on your quick attack Rattata. Alright, didn't even choose quick attack for some reason. Alright, and then Zubat to round things off. Cool. So I think this guy's just like guarding a nugget or something. Like there's just some random item down here. So we've got that, and then we'll get the Magikarp. Alright, yeah, no problem, DL. Thank you. I hope you have a great lunch, DL. So I'll be ending stream anyway after this little room. It's like, oh, I just got distracted by that ladder that was in front of me there. We'll go with Tackle to take care of the Zubat. Ooh, level 12, hell yeah. Making good progress with the Jigglypuff at least. So that's nice. Alright, let's see what is here. Oh, a star piece. It's kind of like a nugget where we can sell that for a pretty decent amount. I think it's like $17.50 or it might be $37.50. It's one of those two. It's a pretty good amount. So that'll be nice. So we need all the money we can get for the casino later on there. Oh, hell yeah, Geodude. I'll fight this thing. Let's go ahead and use Ivysaur for this. Oh, Mudsport. It was always silly that it can, like it does that, but it can't even be hurt by electric type moves anyway. So it's like it really doesn't matter that Electric's power gets weakened. But I guess it's kind of good for double battles. I shouldn't even say kind of good. It's like a very minuscule percentage better to use in double battles than in single battles. But you still probably wouldn't ever want to use it. But alright. That takes care of that. We've healed up. We have all of our Pokemon good to go. And yeah, I'd say that just about ends stream here. So thank you guys for watching. I think for this particular stream, it was only my friends watching, as far as I know. With Gaz, DL, and L. But I do really appreciate you guys sticking around, because there's no obligation for you guys to ever have to do that. So I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your days to hang out and chill. Netflix and chill, like that one decoy from To Catch a Predator. And that's good. That's good. It was excellent stuff. Glad to hear. But if there are any lurkers watching, either on TikTok or YouTube, I do appreciate you guys also hanging around and watching. Anybody watching on the VOD as well. And yeah, I know what you're getting at there, Al. Especially people questioning why I'm doing certain things, you know? It's like it's just fun to play different types of games, you know? But anyway, yeah, so thank you all for watching. And what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. It's like my days are all mixed up because of the holiday and having days off. So I think I will stream tomorrow morning as well, my time. And we'll probably do some more of this, because this was actually, like, fun. A bit of a slow pace at times, and then we did have the issue with the game freezing. But, yeah. I quite enjoyed this, playing through this, and using Pokemon I typically don't use. So yeah, tomorrow we'll probably be back with some more Pokemon Leaf Green. So, until that next stream, I will see you next time.